Hi, Roxanne here. I'm back with you to talk about the workshop on integrative healthcare through family medicine. This workshop really opened my eyes to what exactly integrative healthcare looks like and how it operates. There were quite a few takeaways for me, but I'd say the huge takeaway was how integrative care focused on the whole person, promoting well being with, as they said, a biopsychosocial focus. And I believe integrative care is the answer to all future medical care, as it is preventative in nature. Well, it meets the needs of the whole individual by a team of highly qualified specialists, and this team care approach provides patients with a truly individualized care and treatment plan, which I believe will lead to more accurate physical and mental diagnosis. Another takeaway that I had during this workshop, of the many takeaways, I was very intrigued and really want to spend some time at ECU Family Medicine this summer, shadowing and hopefully working some with Dr. Caraway and her staff. Another takeaway for me was truly the amount of time the mental health provider has to diagnose a client. Initially, I was concerned and a little put back when I learned that they have about 20 minutes max to work with and talk with a client. Well, what takes 2 hours at my current site literally only takes them 15 to 20 minutes. Well, after listening to the presentations and really learning the process, it became clearer to me that the intake sessions are as rigorous and informative as the 2 hour sessions where I've been completing my internship, only in a very condensed manner, as the goal of the initial appointment, as they stated, is to determine appropriateness of services, much like triage. Well, the difference in questioning, the questions are more focused with few answer choices for the patients. The questions are more open ended, really giving the patient time to think about the totality of the question and how it's truly applied to them and their life. Well, instead of that approach with the mental health intake at family medicine, the questions are directed, they're purposeful, they're closed ended, and they often come with answer choices that the patients can choose from, which helps the provider narrow in on the potential mental health needs for the patient. Integrative care has one treatment plan. It's an interdisciplinary approach to addressing patients' mental and physical needs from a multidisciplinary standpoint, with a team of highly trained professionals each within their own spectrum. Um, One thing that really, I guess, helped me understand with the visualization with the Mauer's four quadrant module and the visual concept learner that I am. This model really showed me how looking at where a patient falls on the quadrant, which quadrant they fall in, can really determine the type of need that they, the type of care they need at the moment, or whether or not they need to be referred out for more specialized intense care. I was really surprised at the percentage of patients who have psychosocial concerns at their initial primary care visit. It doesn't really surprise me in context, as the number just jumped out to me, making me think, finally, someone has realized that, hey, you keep the mind healthy, the body's going to respond, the body's going to react and stay healthy. You know, so going forward, I would really like to see integrative care equalize the use of mental health professionals in conjunction with the physical health. So instead of referrals, as basically is what's happening at family medicine, um, the primary care physicians refer patients and they page the mental health providers. I think that's a great start, but I would really like to see it be more more of a team effort, working with the patient side by side, whereas the patient would have full knowledge. They would be assessed both physically and mentally with each intake in a collaborative fashion, instead of the PCP making that referral to a mental health provider. I believe this would improve the validity of the mental health portion of care. I also believe that this would help answer the question, how are providers in the medical profession being trained in the field of mental health? Well, just as I stated a moment ago, I know quite a few people who have received, mental health care or treatment for depression from their primary care physician. However, they're not receiving the follow-up care from a mental health provider, which I believe is critical in truly combating their condition. And so I would really like to see this model take off here in Craven County.